I'm ready. It takes a village. Sometimes it takes a child to make a village. We all have a place in the village, a job to do, and a lot to learn. Kids don't come with instructions, but neither do grown-ups. Every child needs a champion, or two, or three, or more. And the right tool to get the job done. Every family needs help sometimes. Kindness and caring and sharing matter. Playing matters too. And resting, because the world is in a hurry, but children are not. The village needs every one of us to help and every one of us to believe in each other. Children are born believers and citizens too. Let us build a village worthy of all children.
Okay, so the picture that I related to our theme book is called You Hold Me Up by Monique Grace Smith and Danielle Daniel. And this is basically a book about how compassion and love is shown between relationships of different people. So there's some examples with father-son, there are some mother-son, then there's also some friends that respect each other. And I related this to our theme book because it focuses on having compassion for your friends and relating to their lives, and also making sure that you are keeping them together while they are keeping you together. Even though it's a little bit less of a mature book, it still has the same ideas that Falling Into Place does.
Okay, so this book is called Not Afraid of Dogs by Susanna Pitzer. And this book shows how things could have been different for Liz in the book Falling Into Place if she had the courage to face her fears like the main character of this book does. So the main character in this book is afraid of dogs, and he conquers his fear of dogs in the end of the book. So this book and Falling Into Place have the same main ideas and themes of courage and growth.
Alright, so I picked the book The Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein. And I picked this book because as the boy in the book gets older, the tree doesn't have as much for him, or he uses the tree for things like he uses the branches to build a house, and then he's sad and he wants more, so he uses the trunk to build a boat, and he's wanting it to just give all these things that he thinks will make him happy, like materialistic stuff. And this connects to Liz and falling into place because she tries to use alcohol to make her feel better. She tries to use her friends to make her feel better, but she's just so lonely, and her life's kind of falling apart with some poor choices she's also made. And so it's just important to remember to love what you have been given and to grow with what you have.
This is Parachute by Danny Parker. It's about a little boy who uses a parachute to feel safe, kind of like a safety net as a kid. And this page says, "Come on, Henry," called Toby as he reached for the branch. "Don't be scared," said Toby as he put out his hand. "Just keep calm." And I think this is really important for kids to read. In relation to Falling Into Place, it also talks about a safety net and feeling safe in where they are, and kind of having a support system where I think Liz may not have had in her story. So I was thinking if kids read Parachute, they would know they would have someone there for them. Having that support system is super important.
I chose the book Little One Step. This book is about a duckling overcoming adversity and challenges in his life. He grows as a duck and is in his relationships with all of his friends along the way. Similar to Liz in Falling Into Place, and how she overcomes challenges and tries to grow from them as the book goes along, and grows in her relationships with her friends as well and family.
Suicide is the second leading cause of death among 10 to 19-year-olds. Nationally, we lose more than 2,000 children and teens per year
To put that into context, we think about 9/11, where we lost 3,000 individuals, and every 18 months we basically have another 9/11. We have really an obligation to do more to prevent this national public health issue.
You can approach suicide prevention the same way you do other safety or health issues with your child. Dr. John Ackerman with Nationwide Children's Hospital says it's safe to directly ask your child, have you ever considered ending your life?
Talking to a young person directly about suicide does not increase their risk for suicide, but it does really increase the chances that they'll talk to us and get help that they need.
I had that direct conversation when I was 13. I ran away from home. When I got home, my parents asked me that same thing. They asked me if I was considering suicide, and I flat out said yes. Because of that, it was easier to talk to them.
Dr. Ackerman is partnering with schools to keep the conversation going in the classroom.
It's really important for us to start this conversation early and to work specifically with schools and talk to parents, because really 50% of mental health issues start by the age of 14.
If you don't ask, you'll look back and be like, it's too late. You never want to have a it's too late moment.
At Nationwide Children's Hospital, this is Nikki Chave reporting.